This video is going to show you how to do object number 8 from problem set number 1. Now at this point we understand that we need to look at the most efficient way, the easiest way of approaching these problems. We also know that we need to look at dimensions, and a lot of times we can use the same profile, the same approach that the person that designed this in the first place did, which to me, judging from the bold line and darker shade, looks like this. So essentially it is like two L's connected, or a big F on its side, however you want to look at that. That's the way we should approach this. Then after looking at the hint and looking here, there is a sketch with a circle that cuts all the way through the back. And then there is a what's known as a counterbore here. It's basically two circles. One is a through hole right in the middle with a larger hole here. And that information is right here. Counterbore diameter and depth, and then the through hole diameter. So let's go ahead and approach this. I'm going to approach it from this plane. I'm going to put my origin in the back corner and just start sketching perpendiculars. So that's what it looks like to me. All right, looks good. Let's put in dimensions. Okay, now it's a little folded up, so just drag it back where it should be. Everything is just coming right off the drawing. Just putting it right on. Sketch. There is a 1.5 between these two. Sketches. That's it. That's all I need. Perfect. Now let's look for depth of extrusion. I see a 1 inch from this corner to this corner. So there we go. Solid extrude. Select profile. Now I'm going to extrude to the back. That's going to be -1. Give me -1 without the decimal. Okay. That looks good. Now I need to do a sketch here. And it looks like a big circle. Now there is a line here with the center point on that, which is this line. And that it's symmetrical. So use that midpoint and put it right there and put your diameter in, and that should be all you need. Good, fully constrained. Go ahead and let's select that profile, and we're going to do an extrusion, and we're going to do a 2 object to this back plane because that's where it cuts from, and tell it to cut. Looks good. Now we're going to do another sketch, and I'm going to use the hole wizard or the hole tool here. So what I want to do is use a point. Under the create tab there's a point, and there's going to be a point and dimensions here. This is 0.5. Between here and here is also 0.5. Is that right in the middle? That sketch is fully constrained. Now here's what you do for the hole tool. Exit the sketch, select your hole tool. It's going to ask you what you want to do. Select that point you just made. And now here's where we have to figure out what we're going to do. For hole type, there's some options, but if you roll over it, it tells you we're going to do a counterbore, and the diameter of the counterbore is 0.5, and the depth is 0.125. It's going to be a simple hole. We don't have to worry about drill point. The diameter of the hole going through is 0.25, and the hole depth is 0.5, so that actually looks good. Now bring it back home. You can always grab your inspection tool and double check the diameter here, 0.5. You can check the depth as well, but this is complete. That is a good counterbore. Everything looks good. Collapse your sketches. Go ahead and save it, and you're good to go.